Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Tonight, we present round one of the 22nd annual grand finale of the season at PPMS, the Tri-Star Pittsburgher. At this time, we ask that each and every one of you please rise up from your seats, and gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
36, A.J. Poljak, and the 11, Josh Langer, 9 laps. Green flag is out. Pittsburgher is in contact on the front straight as Weldon gets into the 2 of Harris, who spins in front of the field. Great move there by the 11 of Josh Langer to avoid further contact. And Weldon, in spite of getting into a couple of cars, takes over the lead from track champion Simmons, and we need a caution flag. We need a caution flag. The 2 of Harris has stopped in turn 1. 26-lap feature. Jake the Snake Simmons on the pole. Pat Weldon to his outside. Green flag is out. 0, Charlie DiLoretto. 10, Nick Kachuba, who grabs a spot. 36, A.J. Poljak, feature winner this season. And the 11 of Josh Langer. The 2 of Harris trying to catch up to the field after the caution flag. Early race leader is Weldon. Caution flag. Going to try for an even start this time. Again, no laps completed as the 45 of Weldon jumped the start for the Sunoco Race Fuels Dirt Car Cadets. Simmons and Weldon bring him to the green. Again on the start, Kachuba outguns DiLoretto into turn 1 for 3rd spot. Moving to the inside of DiLoretto now, it's the 36 of A.J. Poljak. Pat Weldon, the early race leader. Simmons challenges to his inside, and we finally have 1 lap in the books. And a new track record. 102-mile-an-hour average for that lap just turned by Pat Weldon. So the cadets have brought the big hammers for Pittsburgher weekend. Transponders, official timing, telling us it's a divisional track record. .621, the track record time now established that lap by Pat Weldon. He is outrunning Jake Simmons, the track champion. Simmons leading feature winner. Top 3 drivers on the Speedway have all been to victory lane this season in the cadets. Weldon, the race leader. Simmons in 2nd and Kachuba in 3rd. Weldon from Monongahela, Pennsylvania in car 45. And we got going up in smoke, it's the 2 of Mike Harris. A tough night as he gets turned around in turn 1 and then blows the motor Average speed now up to over 104 miles an hour as Weldon continues to break his own new track records each tour. Crossed flags indicate halfway. 9 laps the distance. It's Weldon, Simmons, Kachuba, Poljak, and DiLoretto. Simmons, a 6-time feature winner on the season, riding in 2nd spot. Weldon with 2 checkered flags in 2010, stretching out his lead. Nick Kachuba in 3rd spot. He's a 2-time winner. Driver of car 36, A.J. Poljak, he was a feature winner in the hobby stocks. We got another blown engine. The 11 car of Josh Langer, who did such a great job to avoid contact in that early race incident. Now his motor expires in a puff of smoke. He'll head pit side. And we need a caution flag. Look at the fluid put down by the 11 car. A solid lane of oil through turns 3 and 4 and down the front stretch. Field tightens up in turn 4. Green is out, final lap. 9 laps the distance, and we will not increase it to go green, white checker. We will finish it less than a half a mile from right now, and Weldon jumps out to another big lead over Simmons as Kachuba challenged briefly. Poljak swings down to the bottom. We could be in a battle for 2nd, but taking the checkered flag to win the first heat of the Pittsburgher, Pat Weldon. Jake Simmons holds on to 2nd by a fender over Nick Kachuba, A.J. Poljak, and Charlie DiLoretto. 33K, Joey Catellis. As we get set to go 9 laps, green flag is back out. 27W is Steve Webb starting scratch on the field. Waddle it out to an early lead. We're 3 wide for 2nd in turn 2. Catellis in 64 takes that spot away. Here comes Schwartzmiller challenging for 3rd. He's to the inside with 39, Mike Vaughn. And Schwartzmiller will grab that position. 28 car in 3rd, the defending Pittsburgher winner. Looking to go 3 wide back in the pack. 33 of Joey Catellis grabs a position there. Meanwhile, up front, another Catellis, the most recent winner in car 64. Craig Catellis reeling in the 20 of Mitch Waddle-it. Both drivers at the head of this pack, feature winners in 2010. Waddle-it from Scenery Hill, Catellis from Finleyville. No doubt Catellis is closing on the 20W car, beginning to work lap number 3, and Schwartzmiller pulls off the Speedway, the defending cadet winner at the Pittsburgher. Bob Schwartzmiller heads to the pits. Lead battle gets more intense in turn 3 as Catellis moves to the outside to challenge Waddle-it. Lap 4 of 9, Waddle-it's lead just a couple of car lengths, and now a flat right rear tire on the 27W of Steve Webb. Webb from Harmony, Pennsylvania will head pit side for a new shoe. Attrition takes its toll on this cadet heat race, and now Mitch Waddle-it opens up his lead at the midpoint. Halfway through, and Waddle-it puts another couple of car lengths between himself and Catellis. Catellis gains a couple of those car lengths back in turns 1 and 2. Catellis had been trying the high side, now ducks down low, and he's right back on the rear bumper of Waddle-it. Then he makes a miscue out of 4. Catellis nearly lost the handle on the front stretch. Waddle-it gains what looks to be over a second or more, and now that car of Catellis pushes up toward the guardrail. Some handling problems. Maybe even some broken suspension for Catellis. Waddle-it pulling away with this heat race, 2 laps to go. Catellis with a serious suspension problem, And that allows Mitch Waddle to open up nearly a full straightaway advantage. Catellus still in second over Joey Catellus. White flag waving for Mitch Waddle in car 20. Second and final heat race for the Sunoco Race Fuels Dirt Car Cadets. Feature event tomorrow, 26 laps in distance for these drivers. And in turns 3 and 4. Feature winning driver in 2010 picks up a heat race win at the Pittsburgher. Mitch Waddle in car 20 will win it over Craig Catellus, Joey Catellus, and the last car able to finish this event. High attrition, it'll be the 39 of Mike Vaughn. They are the top 5 with 10 laps around the Monster half mile, getting underway for the Sunoco Race Fuels Hoosier Tire BRP Modified Tour. And Flieger makes contact with Chronister as Flieger has lost 3, 4, 5 positions after starting on the front row. They're locked together. That was Chronister and Flieger for just a moment. Up front, Del Rouget in the 20D takes the lead. Second spot, the 777 of Revit Kevin Boland. 44 of Phil Vigneri Jr. The lead in turns 3 and 4. Rouget on the bottom, Boland on the outside. And Boland will claim the top position on lap 2. Boland in the 777 has been a winner here at the Monster half mile. He grabs the spot from Del Rouget. Brad Rapp is up into third spot. By Kevin Boland, it's 18.722, average of 120 miles an hour, 2 seconds off the track record tonight. Boland is stretching it out over Rouget, but Brad Rapp is closing in third position. In the fourth spot in car 44, Phil Vigneri from Elba, New York. And 22 miles an hour is Kevin Boland with another new track record at 18.416. Del Rouget in second, Brad Rapp in third, and it's Shannon Whaley driving the 44 this evening. Shannon Whaley in the fourth spot over veteran Carl Murdoch in fifth. Boland continues to lower the track record with each and every lap. 3 to go now. 3 to go. And after this car was destroyed at the West Virginia Motor Speedway on Labor Day weekend, the same car has been pieced back together and is shattering track records here on the Monster half mile. 2 laps to go. Boland with half a straightaway or more over Del Rouget. Then Brad Rapp. Rapp not completely out of championship contention. White flag being displayed for Kevin Boland. Transponders confirming a new official track record broken several times in this heat race and averaging over 122 miles an hour. The all-time leading feature winner on the Hoosier Race Tires BRP Modified Tour. Kevin Boland from New Brighton, Pennsylvania takes the checkered flag over Del Rouget, Brad Rapp, Shannon Whaley, and a challenge for fifth now. Carl Murdoch, the veteran, trying to hold off young Rex King Jr. Nearly a dead heat at the scoring line for fifth. 30-lap feature event. And Miller and Haynes take the green flag. Nearly 4 wide on the front straight. We are 3 wide in turn 1. Haynes drifts up to the outside. Turner briefly challenged for second, but Haynes maintains that position. And the 75 car, all kinds of sideways there in turn 4. Jeff Miller will officially lead lap Rex King closing into Turner's rear bumper. It'll be a battle for third, and King pushes up to the cushion, giving Turner an extra couple of car lengths of breathing room. J.R. McKinley holds down the 5th position now in car 66. King makes another miscue there in turn 1. McKinley briefly challenged. But up front, Jeff Miller, all by himself with several car lengths between himself and the 35 of Chris Haynes. 3 cars will redraw from each of the 4 heat races. So keep your eye on 3rd position as Rex King is challenging for it right now. Only the top 3 will enter the redraw. And King, as points leader, wants to be one of those top 12 starters. Having a hard time closing the gap between himself and the 96 of Mike Turner from Butler. King's car seems fast, but is all over the racetrack right now. A very smooth lead for Jeff Miller over Chris Haynes, and now Turner makes a miscue in 3 and 4. King goes wheel to wheel with Turner down the front stretch. Working lap 5 of 10, and Rex King Sr. fighting to get into the redraw as points leader. J.R. McKinley closes the gap on King again from 5th spot there in turn 3. 4 laps to go, and Turner secures that final spot in the redraw. King is able to get close, but hasn't yet challenged. Try and pass for 3rd position as the top 2 are running away with this. 75, Jeff Miller way out in front. Chris Haynes in 2nd spot in the 35. Now King and Turner nearly make contact coming out of turn 4. J.R. McKinley sees an opening, another miscue by King, and King slams the door on the young driver. Bottom of the racetrack extremely saturated with moisture tonight. Turner still hangs on the line with King and McKinley. Those 3 drivers gaining and losing so much ground each lap. Lap traffic now in front. Race leader Jeff Miller. Miller clears the 71 Vietnam Brown, as does Chris Haynes in 2nd with the white flag waving. Last lap for King to try and challenge Turner to enter the redraw. They're side by side in turn 2. Moving around the lap machine, and King stays to the rear of Turner, and taking the checkered flag in car 75, it's Jeff Miller with the win over Chris Haynes, Mike Turner, Rex King Sr., and J.R. McKinley completing the top 5. Top 3 is up, green flag hoisted high in the air. Dean Pearson and Jeremiah Shingledecker in turn 4. They jump on the loud pedal, we're green and racing. Winkle in car 28, challenging Shingledecker for the 2nd position. Winkle always so strong in Western PA in the months of September and October. He's had some great runs late in the season. Shingledecker in 2nd. Dean Pearson will lead lap 1 in the 8J. A tacky, fast racetrack for the BRP Modified Tour. The battle for 4th. Championship contender Dave Burdick of Slippery Rock in 61. The 45 of Fetter from Butler. Working lap 2, and Dean Pearson in the 8J increases his lead over Shingledecker. Pearson has won at nearly every track in Western Pennsylvania in his career. He's won at Marion Center, Challenger. He's won at Mercer. He's won at Sportsman in a big way. And Shingledecker in 2nd spot, unable to gain. Tom Winkle in 3rd spot, all by himself. Then the Steve Fetter, Dave Burdick battle with Burdick on the bottom. Into turn number 1. Burdick has completed the pass here on lap 4 of 10. Moving into 4th spot. Keep in mind, top 3 drivers will redraw. Right now it's Pearson, Shingledecker, and Winkle. On lap 5, Shingledecker had gained some ground in turn 2, then makes a mistake entering the backstretch. Pearson goes into turn 3 with a slight push. They will be approaching the Greg Unruh number 5 car to go a lap down here with 4 to go in heat race number 3. And Pearson, very slow to get around the lap car. Shingle-Decker closes the gap. In turn 3, a distance of only about 2.5 car lengths separate the leaders. Speedway, Jeremiah Shingle-Decker, a winner this season at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway for the summer run here at the Monster Half Mile. Winner at Lernerville, winner at Tri-City. And 2 laps to go, the signal given. With Michael all by himself in 3rd. We'll see if Shingle-Decker can mount a last lap challenge of veteran Dean Pearson. Shingle-Decker gains 3-4 car lengths that time through turn 3. White flag is waving. Pearson again losing car lengths entering the backstretch. Final time through turns 3 and 4. Most recent BRP winner at Pittsburgh, Shingle-Decker will settle for 2nd. Dean Pearson takes the checkered flag, but a fire. Mark Frankhauser goes up in flames in turn 3, bringing out the red flag. And pop. 10 laps, final heat race for the BRP Modified Tour. Green flag is out. Dylan Barr in the 15B has trouble coming up to speed. And Skip Moore takes the immediate lead. Battle for 3rd, Randy Chrysler on the inside. Mike Miller on the outside. And Miller will grab the final redraw position of 3rd. Keep your eyes on the 91 of Chad Holman. Holman coming off a great visit to Western Pennsylvania last week, and he powers his way inside of fellow New Yorker Chrysler. Side by side, the battle for 4th, and Chrysler hops the cushion, loses that position and a whole bunch of ground. Now Holman brings in the first of Mike Miller. Chad Holman making his first start at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway in 4th. Trying to grab the final redraw position from Mike Miller. In 2nd spot, Eric Gabandi with that small block number 3. And race leader Skip Moore in car 17M. Battle for 3rd into turn 3. Holman to the bottom, Miller up top. Will the slide job work? It does for Holman. 91 car. Macedon, New York takes away the 3rd and final redraw position for top 12 starting spots. Miller back to 4th. Randy Chrysler made that big miscue. But he hangs on to 5th right now over Jeremy Pop in the X. At the cross flag, leader Skip Moore losing ground as the 3 of Eric Gabandi gaining ground on the race leader, and so is Holman. Holman has put some serious real estate between himself and Miller after making the pass for 3rd. The 91 car is the machine on the move. Skip Moore makes a miscue there in turn 2. Gabandi in the 3 closes in just a little bit more. Holman gaining on Gabandi down the backstretch and into turn 3. They could go wheel to wheel for the runner-up position. At the scoring line, there will be 2 laps to go. And Gabandi distances himself from Holman once again. Skip Moore, the race leader from Grove City, Pennsylvania in car 17M. Graduate of small block modified racing. Take it to the top, nothing up there. coming to the finish line. Skip Moore will take the checkered flag for Eric Division. Holman, Mike Miller, and Randy Chrysler. The $1,000 to win event. Field tightens up in turns 3 and 4. Brandon Burgoon on the inside. The defending champion, Davey Johnson on the outside. We're clean and racing. Into turn 1, the young local driver who earned his first track title in the Super Late Models in 2009. Trying to hold off Davey Johnson in 1J. Side by side for the lead in turn number 4. Johnson will take the point position. Side by side battle for third. Tyler Hershey, the young driver in car 74, battling with Michael Norris, the second generation Western Pennsylvania driver. In 5th, points leader for the ULMS, Boom Briggs. He's also a winner of the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Working lap 2 of 10, Davey Johnson, the race leader, makes a miscue in turn 2. Johnson may have cut a tire down and Burgoon storms by for the lead. Three-time Pittsburgher winner Davey Johnson will roll to a stop in turn 4 with what may be a flat right rear tire. The car darted up the racetrack exiting turn number 2. And Johnson may need a new shoe to continue on. And it is indeed a flat right rear tire causing body damage to the 1J. Your first win. And now directly behind him, Davey Johnson in 1J. Green flag is back out. Burgoon stretches out a lead over Tyler Hershey, and Boom Briggs dives to the bottom of the racing surface. Challenging for second is Briggs. And Briggs will take the runner-up position over Tyler Hershey. Chad McClellan advances in car 119. The 18 of Danny Mitchell, the Clarksburg, West Virginia driver, pulls pit side. It's now Brandon Burgoon leading the way over Boom Briggs. Tyler Hershey and Chad McClellan. Brandon Fearing back P1 car. And Burgoon with nearly a straightaway advantage over Briggs. Brandon Burgoon, who started his racing career in the limited late models at a very young age, and quickly advanced to become a champion here in the Monster Half Mile. Increasing his lead over Boom Briggs, who's won feature events in the ULMS series. He's won feature events in the All-Star Circuit, and a winner in the former RRM. New track record for Burgoon, 17.261 seconds. Average speed over 129. Caution flag will wave as the 74 of Tyler Hershey rolls to a stop in turns 3 and 4. And Davey Johnson rolls to a stop again in 1J. 119. You can check your souvenir program for the current point standings in all the touring series here this weekend. Green flag is out. With the restart, Briggs able to keep pace and pass the 17 of Burgoon. Brandon Waring dropping back. Mike Johnson moves to the inside to take fourth away from Brandon Waring. Waring bounces back as Mike Johnson off the pace. Just as his brother Davey has had a disastrous heat race, the reigning track champion rolls to a stop on the front stretch. Briggs continues to lead out of 4, but we need a caution flag. Yellow is out for Mike Johnson. So with big brother Davey Johnson in the pits after cutting 2 right rear tires, younger brother Mike Johnson rolls to a stop with what might be a much more significant problem in the 2J. And tomorrow night, the feature distance for the super late models. 66 laps as we go green. 2 laps remaining for Boom Briggs and Brandon Burgoon. Chad McClellan in third. Burgoon, who established a new track record, had a straightaway advantage over Briggs till the restart. Now with the white flag waving, the Northern Tyrian Van pass in turns 3 and 4. To the bottom goes Burgoon, and the checkered flag will be given to Brakes in car 99. Brandon Burgoon will finish second, Chad McClellan third, Brandon Waring in fourth, Jr. and Jason Ryder. A slow pace into turn 4, green flag is out. John Garvin grabs the early race lead, picking up where he left off last Saturday night, finding victory lane for the first time at Pittsburgh. Matt Lux in second, Dave Hess Jr. in third, Jared Miley, with body damage on that car already, makes a move. He is up to fourth around Jason Ryder, who's dropping back. Ryder has lost the position to Medved, he's lost the position to Malik. John Garvin, the race leader. Matt Lux in second. Dave Hess Jr. in third. Jared Miley fourth. Top 4 drivers will enter the redraw. Top 4 will pull for positions 1 through 12 in tonight's feature event. Miley, the man on the bubble, in the redraw. Just behind him, the 2M of Chuck Medved, 1 position out. Make that the 32 of Dylan Yoder. Yoder, who's climbed up from the back of this field, is now in 5th. And looking to the inside of Miley in a rare Pennsylvania Motor Speedway start for the youngster. Garvin increases his lead over Lux. Pass all by himself in third. Yoder, who was the man on the move early in car 32, trying to gain 1 more position and enter the redraw. But that position is held by 2-time track champion Jared Miley in H1. 4 laps remaining. In car J4, the race leader. Garvin got his first checkered flag here last Saturday, and putting considerable distance between himself and Matt Lutz in the 21. Several divisions establishing track records tonight. Jason Ryder pulls to the inside and will withdraw from competition. Keith Barbara, the former champion, slowing the pull off the speedway. Chuck Medved slowing the pull off the speedway. Attrition takes its toll as the white flag is waving. Opening up a huge lane. We've got a caution flag. Keith Barbara did not make it into the pits in car 17, so we'll have a caution on the final lap, erasing the huge lead built up by John Garvin. 1 lap remains. Race leader John Garvin jumps on the apron with several car lengths between himself and Matt Lux on the front straight. Jared Miley briefly challenged Dave Hess for third, but now, unbelievable, the 32 of Yoder challenging Miley for the 4th redraw position. Checkered flag is waving. John Garvin will finish for Matt Lux, Dave Hess, Jared Miley by half the car length, and Dylan Yoder inside. 6 of Lepro. Green is out after a slow pace for turn 4. Multiple car contact. And into turn 1, Hotchkiss in the 69 nearly goes around Baker. Passes 5 cars in 1 lap to the outside. The 0 is the man on the move. West Virginia Rim Rider from last to third, make it second in a single lap. Contact nearly sends Lynn Geisler spinning on the front stretch. Green flag stays out. And after Hotchkiss caught sideways on the first lap, Steve Baker went up high to take advantage, passing former track champions and working the caution flag on lap 2 of 10. The race leader chooses the high lane. Hotchkiss to his inside. Green flag back out. Hotchkiss at 69. Feeling the pressure of former champion Miley, who makes a miscue and drops all the way back to 4th. Bump Hedman reclaims the 3rd spot and dives in very close to Hotchkiss. Baker running away with the lead, and Hotchkiss slows out of turn 4. Miley has to spin to avoid contact and collects Geisler. Garrett Crummert involved in the 29. Hotchkiss in 69 slowed dramatically, and what you see on the front straight are the repercussions of that sudden slowdown, with Geisler vaulted high in the air over his former rival Ben Miley. Garrett Crummert stopped against the outside retaining wall here, the Newcastle, Pennsylvania driver in car 29. John Hotchkiss in 69, we'll see if he still has a problem. And the heavily damaged 1C of Geisler back on the racetrack. Are working just fine as he roars around 3 cars into a redraw position of 3rd. Baker, the West Virginia rim rider. Out in front of Moby Hedman at the cross flags indicating halfway. After a wild ride, not only is Lynn Geisler okay, the #1 Cochran machine is okay. He powers back up to 3rd, and Jim Steffens holds the 4th and final redraw position. For 3rd, Steffens moving to the inside of Geisler. Gotta wonder if Geisler may have a tire going down, at least after vaulting in the air over Ben Miley on the front stretch. And again, Hotchkiss' car is not underpowered. Hotchkiss slows again, headed to the pits on lap 7. Baker continues to lead with 2 to go. Bumpy Hedman in 2nd spot. Geisler and Steffens in a fight for 3rd with a white flag waving. Side by side, they come out of 4. Officially, Geisler still in 3rd. Final time around into 3 and 4. After starting last, the West Virginia rim rider, the 2008 Pittsburgher champion, Steve Baker, will win it over Bumpy Hedman. Here comes the battle for 3rd. Steffens on the inside. Geisler recovers from the incident, crossing the line 3rd ahead of Jim Steffens, and Doug Crawford in the 9C. Bruce Takis from Martins Ferry, Ohio. 65M, Michael Davis. The 8-ball, Joe By. Green flag is out. UEMS heat races, 9 laps in distance. Bobby Kitchen, the race leader. Chris Bassage in 2nd. Bassage has been a feature winner here, as has 3rd place Gary Gasser in the 0. Battle for 4th. In turns 1 and 2, veteran Chuck Kennedy on the outside, George Nicola on the inside. And Gary Gasser is off the pace. The OK car retires from a 3rd place run. Kennedy grabs the position from Nicola, and Gasser will try to limp to the pits. We got a caution flag. Caution flag for the OK. Kerry Gasser, the popular feature winner, limping down the front straight. 4th, George Nicola in 97. 7 laps remaining. Green flag is back out. distancing himself quickly from Bassage and Kennedy. Gary Gasser, after bringing out the caution flag, passing 3 cars in a single lap, now challenging Nicola for 4th. She was 3rd before the caution, now she's back up to 4th. A couple other cars slowing. The 88 of Nathan Baker slows. 65 of Bruce Tackus slows. And the caution flag will wave once again. 3 of 9 laps completed. Gary Gasser back up to 4th with Chuck Kennedy in 3rd in car 7. Green flag is out. Kitchen the leader and Kennedy moving to the outside of Bassage to challenge for 2nd. Gasser now goes side by side with Kennedy. And Kitchen establishes a new track record for the E-Mods. Car. I believe making its first start of this season at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Bassage regular in 2nd, and the battle for 3rd. Gary Gasser looking to the inside of Chuck Kennedy. Those two used to race each other in the Triathlon Modified Series, of which Kennedy's a former champion. On the race leader Kitchen just a little bit, but the white flag is waving. Final time into turns 1 and 2. How's that for a debut at the Monster Half Mile? He sets a new track record. He blows away a weekly competitor and headed out of turn 4 to the checkered flag. The 13-7 car of Bobby Kitchen will win heat race number 1 over Chris Bassage. Battle for 3rd. Coming out of turn 4, Chuck Kennedy will grab the position with Gary Gasser in 4th and George Nicola finishing 5th. Dell 44H Dave Hess Jr. doing double duty. 21R Randy Bochnek. 7E Evan Taylor and 4M Kevin Miller. Green is out. Three wide in the middle of the pack. Taylor in the middle of Laboon. And the 44 of Bedell. Early race lead, 71B. Dan Davies of Warren, Pennsylvania. His father, a Western Pennsylvania late model legend, in 2nd spot. J.E. Stalder, feature winner here this season at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. 3rd spot, Dave Hess Jr. He's been to victory lane at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway this season. Wheel to wheel with Laboon for 2nd as Davies runs off with the lead. Hess Jr. grabs the 2nd position from Stalder. Evan Taylor in 4th, another 2nd generation racer. Up front, the son of a former Lernerville Speedway Super Late Model champion. His father, Ron Davies, a longtime winner in the local late model scene. Dan Davies out in front. Dave Hess Jr. 2nd. J.E. Stalder 3rd. Evan Taylor 4th. 5th, Kyle Bedell from Little Valley, New York. Coming to the starting line to see the crossed flags. It appears Hess Jr. is gaining on Davies. It would be no surprise to here Davies versus Hess at Raceway 7, Erie's or State Line. But here in a rare visit to the Monster Half Mile, Dan Davies continues to lead with 3 laps to go. Hess closes in within just a couple of car lengths. Stalder all by himself in third. Hess working the bottom, Davies working the top. And by just over a bumper, Davies remains officially the leader on lap 7 of 9. Davies jumps the cushion in turns 1 and 2. Hess has the pass completed for the moment. Will he make it official at the scoring line? Davies drops back to the runner-up spot. White flag is waving for Waterford, Pennsylvania's Dave Hess Jr. Hess just recently joined his father as a late model champion of the Lernerville Speedway and doing double duty here on Pittsburgher weekend. Former UEMS feature winner, looking for his 2nd win of the season at Pittsburgh. Heat race checkered flag for Dave Hess Jr. over Dan Davies, J.E. Stalder, Evan Taylor, and Kyle Bedell, the New Yorker. Laps the distance, 3rd and final heat for the UEMS Modifieds. Green flag is out. And the 18 of Briggs cannot come up to speed. Briggs drops to the tail of the field, and Daryl Charlier is instantly side by side with J.J. Bamitzrider for the race lead. Jonathan Taylor in 3rd. Charlier grabs the point position. Jonathan Taylor now side by side with Bamitzrider. Dina Groves, part of that 3-car battle for 2nd. Charlier opens up a lead. Taylor on the bottom. Bamitzrider drifts up into the path of Dina Groves. He could be 3 wide there. Groves with great reflexes as Bamitzrider made the miscue, surrenders the 2nd position to Jonathan Taylor in car 5. Steve Baker starting to figure out the E-Mod, makes a pass of a couple of cars, and he will soon be joining the Dina Groves Bamitzrider battle. Denny Nakutis pulls pit side. Race leader Daryl Charlier, 2nd Jonathan Taylor, 3rd Dina Groves, 4th Steve Baker. Charlier in car 12 at the midpoint of this event with nearly a straightaway lead over Taylor. He's also spent time this season racing late models. With the leading feature winner and track champion for 2010 at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway from nearby Midway, Pennsylvania. Evan Taylor of Salzburg in 2nd. And the West Virginia driver, Dina Groves, in car 2. Baker rides in 4th, Carl McKinney in 5th. 2 laps to go, the signal given to Daryl Charlier. His father, Dale, also a former regular on the Triathlon E-Mod Tour, as was 2nd place driver Jonathan Taylor's father, Jeff. Dina Groves clearly gaining on Taylor, but with the white flag waving will be unable to challenge for 2nd. Down the backstretch, the 2010 champion of Pennsylvania Motor Speedway in the Miley RV Service UMP Modifieds, Daryl Charlier picks up the heat race win on Pittsburgher weekend. Coming home in 2nd, Jonathan Taylor. 3rd, Dina Groves. 4th, Steve Baker. And 5th, Carl McKinney. 1 is Dan Karalegas. 92 car. Jamie Beck as the green flag waves. 1, Kyle Lucan gets contact at the back of the field. He continues on, but we have a spin in turn 2. Lucan did a great job of making a save. And the caution flag will wave. Second row, made up of 15 cars, Hoffman and Moats. Green is out, keep an eye on Kyle Lucan. In the 1, he was nearly going to thread the needle 3 wide and thought better of it, and we're going to try one more time for that start. Caution flag is out, try one more time for an even start. He's number 1 for the Brockers Machine Shop, Fast Track Pro Late Models. Green flag is back out. Karalegas and Lucan head into turn 1. Moats in 3rd spot, the track champion, still looking for his first win of the season. The Lucan kids almost caught up there as Moats had to hit the brakes. Kyle Lucan in the 1, diving to the inside of Laura Lucan in 84. Door to door out of turn 4. Kyle Lucan started deep in this field and advancing, making the pass of the 84 of Laura Lucan. 2nd spot belongs to Moats, the track champion. Race leader, the Greek, Dan Karalegas. Karalegas with a pretty good advantage right now over the 15 of Moats. Kyle Lucan still might be the man on the move, coming from near the tail of this field. Closing in on Moats, looking for an inside racing lane down the backstretch. As they approach the midpoint of this event, Lucan unable yet to threaten Moats for 2nd spot, although closing the distance quickly and running away with this one. Dan Karalegas in car 1. Battle for 2nd is a heated one in turn 2. Door to door, Lucan on the inside, Moats on the outside. By inches, officially at the scoring line on lap 7. Moats remains the 2nd place car. Now Lucan has it cleared down the backstretch. White flag signals final lap to the Greek, Dan Karalegas. Brockers Machine Shop, Fast Track Pro Late Model. Heat race number 1. Dan Karalegas takes the checkered flag. Kyle Lucan finishes 2nd. Mark Moats in 3rd. Laura Lucan 4th. And Jamie Beck in 5th. Nico DeBecco in the 1. Ricky Megley in the 5. Green flag is out. 99, Bo Glemba. Early race leader is Quentin Wyant from the central part of Pennsylvania. He's driving a McClellan Racing entry, and he takes the lead from the 1 of DeBecco. Side by side for 3rd, Michael Reft in the 5 of Ricky Megley. Megley, many times a winner at the Roaring Knob Motorsports Complex. Megley looking to the inside of Nico DeBecco for 2nd. Now with Michael Reft in the 9 and Bo Glemba in 99, it's a 3-car battle for 3rd spot. Megley drifting up and nearly making contact with Glemba. Glemba grabs 3 positions in 1 lap as he's challenging the one of DeBecco. Glemba, the former asphalt NASCAR late model racer turned fast track ace, grabs the 2nd position. Last time they crossed the line, he was in 5th spot and now roars to the runner-up position. Megley looking to the outside of DeBecco for 3rd. Quentin Wyant continues to lead. Make that Bo Glemba, the Charleroi, Pennsylvania driver out in front. Glemba, a regular at the Roaring Knob Motorsports Complex, grabs the lead on lap 4 of 9 from Eastern Invader Quentin Wyant. Ricky Megley in 3rd. And Wyant takes the lead back as Glemba went all the way to the wall after jumping over the cushion in turns 3 and 4. Megley may take the 2nd position away from Glemba. Side by side for 2nd. And Glemba holds on to the position in spite of Megley's challenges. Will we go 3 wide for the lead? Quentin Wyant will lose the point position on the backstretch to Bo Glemba. Ricky Megley is challenging Wyant for 2nd. Door to door, the 118 of Quentin Wyant and the 5 of Ricky Megley. Megley, a former EMOD competitor, a dominant force at the Latrobe Speedway in modifieds. Now a fast track regular, and the white flag is waving for Glemba, and Quentin Wyant spins from 3rd position. Oh, hard contact as Michael Reft in the 9R slams into him. The one of DeBecco spun perhaps without making contact. Red flag is displayed as Reft piled into the Quentin Wyant machine, a ton coming out of turn number 2. Wyant, who was running in 2nd or 3rd position, challenging Megley with serious damage after the Michael Reft 9 car plows into him at full speed. Former EMOD dominator. 1 and 2 for the restart. Multi-car contact. Green flag comes out. 75 of Colton Flinner. Colton Flinner in 75, looking for a way around 66. Green flag is out. Megley within striking distance here on the final lap. Glemba, fast track winner at Roaring Knob, as is Megley. They are side by side to the checkered flag out of 4. Glemba will win it by a car length and a half over Ricky Megley. 325 of Shane Weaver. The 8 of Tommy Schernhofer in row 2. Contact as the 98 and the 88 get together. Tom Copeland spinning into turn number 1. I believe that might be Mike King stopped on the front stretch. Stopped on the front stretch. That's an 09 Denny Niederreiter. And the 98 of Tom Copeland from Warren, Ohio, involved in this incident. They made contact right on the start. Green flag is out. Three wide in the battle for 3rd. Early race leader is Lamb. Justin Lamb ahead of Shane Weaver. And look at Jeff Bronaszewski diving to the inside. Bronaszewski takes the 2nd position. Broniszewski, a former E-Mod racer, a former stock car racer. Weaver falls back a couple of positions now. Schernhofer up to third in the 8. Here comes Scott Schemp going side by side with Weaver. They touch in turn 4. Schemp and Weaver got together in a big way there in turn number 4. Weaver way off the pace. Schemp continues on. Denny Niederreiter back on the racing surface. Weaver trying to limp to the pits. And we got a caution flag. Weaver on the backstretch, unable to get to the pits after he and Scott Schemp came together big time in turn 4. 3 laps in, 6 to go. He's starting alongside the 75 of Scott Schemp. Green flag is out. Challenging Schernhofer for third on the backstretch. Meanwhile, Lamb's lead is down to about 2 car lengths. Working lap 4 of 9 in the final heat race for the Fast Track Pro late models. Broniszewski loses another car length or so down the backstretch to Lamb. But Broniszewski looks very good in turns 3 and 4. Gains some of that back as we are at the midpoint of this event. Cross flags. Justin Lamb leading Jeff Broniszewski. Lamb extends the lead just a bit as we begin working lap 6. Niederreiter pulls into the pits once again. Laps to go. Signal given to Justin Lamb. Broniszewski holds even in the 2nd spot, not gaining or losing any ground the last couple of laps. All by himself in 3rd is Tommy Schernhofer. Schemp holds on to 4th despite the body damage. Turns 3 and 4 from Hopewell Township. Justin Lamb picks up the checkered flag over Jeff Broniszewski. Tommy Schernhofer. Scott Schemp. And on the opposite end of the age spectrum, Eric Cabani, the pole sitter for the 22nd annual Pittsburgher in the first feature event of the weekend. Green flag. We are underway with the BRP Modified Tour. And Pearson wins the race into turn 1. Here comes Kevin Boland on the outside. Brevin Kevin in 777 taking the lead. Cars stacking up in the middle of the field around points leader Rex King. Shingledecker brushes the outside wall, the championship contender.
Looks like Shingledecker is going to come up lame here, and this could be a costly thing for Jeremiah Shingledecker. The Polk driver in the contention for the BRP title. He leads the cavalcade points over Dave Murdoch by just 4, and Shingledecker with some major problems here.
1 in the books. Shingledecker back on the speedway at the tail of this field. And with new leader Kevin Boland on the outside lane, the green flag waves once again. Brigé in the 20 car will now try to challenge Ian Pearson for 2nd. Side by side they are down the backstretch. We're 3 wide going into 3 cars, make contact in the middle of the field.
Brigé into 2nd.
Oh, on the front straight. Cars coming together with Rex King, the points leader, getting into the wall.
Several cars together, and King was involved. Whether he's got any major damage or not, I don't know. And a couple of cars got into each other one car was trying to get into the pits there, and another car hit him. We can't tell who the cars are right now.
It's Carl Murdick in the 6, sitting closest to the pit entrance. And I can't get a number on the other machine, but Murdick may have hit the tractor tire down there at the entrance to pit lane in turn number 1. Junior carries a 1-point lead over Murdick in the 2nd spot coming into this event. Kevin Boland, Del Roger bring us back to full speed on the front straight. Boland up high in the 777, Roger down low in the D20. And we got Jeremy Pop and Kevin Hoffman and Steve Barr get together in turns 1 and 2.
Pittsburgh on a regular basis. That year was his first year, and he was the Western Pennsylvania Rookie of the Year. Green flag.
And Kevin Boland again wins the race into turn 1 over Del Roger. Dave Murdick challenging for 3rd. Look at Brad Rapp threading his way through traffic in the 11. Rapp on the bottom of 3 wide with Murdick and Pearson. Rapp, who nearly won this feature at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway earlier in the summer, climbing up to the 4th spot now around Murdick.
Murdick working down to the inside on Rapp. Rapp on the high side groove as they come off of turn 2, shooting down the backstretch. High-speed backstretch here at PMS. And now on the inside, Murdick takes that 4th spot.
Rapp and Murdick trading 4th position. In front of them, the battle for 2nd is heating up. The 91 of Holman. Oh, we got a car into the wall. Haynes has the other shingle-decker car into the outside retaining wall. A disastrous night for the race team.
And Chris Haynes, Western Pennsylvania Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago out of Sandy Lake, he gets into that wall and brings out another caution. Just before that, I noticed the 66 of J.R. McKinley was smoking quite a little bit out there, the black 66 car.
26 laps remaining. 2 by 2 they come. Kevin Boland and Del Roger. Green flag is out.
And Del Roger, the Frenchville Flyer, down on the inside of Kevin Boland. But now Boland takes him back again off of turn 2 down the back. But here comes Roger back on the inside once again. Yellows out.
Carl Murdick bringing out the caution flag for the 2nd time in this event in the same spot on the racetrack. The entrance to the pit area at the end of the front straight. As that lead battle developed between Boland and Roger, Murdick and Holman were really starting to go at it for 3rd position.
Here we go again. Let's see if we can go for a while here. 4 down. And the Frenchville Flyer off with the lead. He gets a strong restart.
Hill's 3rd spot away from Holman. Now the New Yorkers are 4th and 5th. Murdick, the leading championship contender in this race right now.
And Holman into 3rd in the 91.
Several times as Roger holds on to the lead, officially now at lap 5. And now Boland challenges again. Tooth and nail fight for the point position coming to the line.
And it's still the Frenchville Flyer. He goes up wide. Boland takes him past again. And here he comes off of turn 2. Roger going back to the lead. Can't make it. Can't make it. It's still Boland.
Lead changes aplenty, and another official one on lap 7. It's Kevin Boland. Now Roger dives down to the bottom, swapping the point position with Chad Holman in 3rd. 2 of the most winning drivers in the modified circuit the last 5 years out in front.
And continuing to set the pace, Roger and Boland trying to inch away from Holman as Murdick fights for the 4th spot with Rex King Jr. Cooter right up there in the hunt now in the 165 car.
Be impeding the progress of the leaders as we're working now lap 9 of 30 at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, kicking off Pittsburgher weekend. And indeed, King Jr. does steal a position away from Dave Murdick. Murdick, who is up to 3rd. And we're told debris on the racetrack, maybe getting a caution flag.
Leaders have got into lap traffic now. As Roger and Boland into lap traffic, and the yellow's out.
By bringing out the caution flag. Leader on the restarts.
Green flag. And King gets into third spot. Rex King Jr. on the move here. Cooter is going, and now Boland's going back to the lead. Down the back chute, halfway up alongside of Rouget, going into turn number 3.
After using high and low grooves far apart, now in the middle of the racetrack, the leaders nearly touched that time in turns 3 and 4. Rex King Jr. in car 165 started mid-pack and has climbed his way to third. He's passed Burdick, he's passed Holman, he's passed Whaley in recent laps. Now let's see a clear racetrack. If Cooter can gain on Kevin Boland in the 777 car.
King continues to run third. Holman in fourth. Got a car slowing going into turn number 1. Might be Barr in a white car.
25B of Steve Barr slow along the outside rail in turn number 2.
And the caution will come out for Barr. You get a driver running slow up on that outside wall here at this track. There is no way for him to safely get down when you've got cars spread all around the racetrack. He can't see behind him. These cars have no rear view mirrors. What about outlaw late models?
And set to go back to green flag racing, lap 13. And Cooter. Rex King Jr. continue his climb through the field with 2 top-notch aces in front of him who nearly make contact exiting turn 2.
And it's Rouget running the inside groove. Boland up there trying the rim riding tactics of Steve Baker. And Holman back around the 165 of King. New Yorker back into third.
Exactly the battle I was watching while King and Holman made contact entering the front straight out of 4. King gets up along the outside rail, saves the car, but now is in jeopardy of losing 4th to the 61 of Dave Burdick.
Burdick is not only after a win, but he's after those points.
Series standings leader Rex King losing ground as cars in the middle of the pack are moving right by him. Up front, Roger with his biggest lead so far on lap 16 of 30. Boland in second, Holman back in third spot. King in fourth, Burdick in fifth.
Laps down. We're past the halfway mark. Oh, Boland must have kind of run a little bit too hard there. He was out of shape, lost some ground, but maintained his lead.
Roger's lead now reduced to about 2 car lengths on the backstretch. Saw the car push up toward the guardrail in turn 4. Boland on the bottom, and Roger again bouncing through the ruts in turn number 3.
And that gives Boland the lead.
An unbelievable turn of events. Chris Haynes pulls the 35 pit side once again, and now as they approach lap traffic, it's Brevin Kevin Boland with a lead of 8, maybe 10 car lengths between himself and Del Roger. Roger has to come out of that rough lane and possibly drop down to the bottom just as Boland has in order to keep pace with the leader. Holman all by himself in third, King all by himself in fourth. Contact was made between the 88 of Flieger and the 76 of Ryan, and it happened right in front of leader Kevin Boland. Caution flag with 10 laps to go.
Ryan and Flieger get together right in front of the leaders with 10 laps to go. The front runners in the modified ranks here in the Western Pennsylvania area.
10 laps to go.
Green flag.
Kevin Boland, race leader Del Roger, trying the low lane and pitches it down too low. opens up a huge advantage on the restart.
And now half a dozen car length lead for Kevin Boland here with 21 laps down. Owen still running in third. Tommy Winkle has now moved up the Laurel Smith car into fourth position. But now he's slipped back again as King gets by him. He slides out a little wide in turn number 2.
Winkle gained 2 spots on that restart. Always a top contender in the fall special events, and now he jumps the cushion. The same way Roger did earlier. Winkle loses ground by hopping the cushion in turns 3 and 4. Boland with a huge lead here on lap number 22. Perhaps his biggest of the race after Roger had the opportunity on a restart to take the green flag right outside of him.
J.R. McGinley along the wall on the inside of turn 3, and the caution will come out for J.R. McGinley out of Fairmont City. J.R. rather interesting. He has 2 grandfathers that were well-known drivers in the western Pennsylvania area. One of them was Johnny McGinley, who was a big star, one of the biggest stars in the area out of Chicora back in the 1950s. And then Dick Rankin, who we have mentioned earlier, who won Lernerville Track Championships, the Cavalcade Championship, was one of the most respected drivers in modified racing. It was a sad day when he lost his life in a work accident. Everything right, because that 777 has been tough. Roger, the only driver to give him any problems. Whoa, and Roger around the outside as the green flag goes down.
Okay start, he got hit from behind. And Roger grabs the point position.
Shuffling over there on the back chute. And Homan's still into that 3rd spot, but here comes Murdoch. He's moved back up a couple of spots.
Winkle and King get together. That's the battle for the 5th or 6th position. They made contact on the front straight. And King may have a tire going down as a result.
This will be, I believe, 25 laps, 5 to go. The leader over Boland, Homan. Here's Murdoch, and Rex King has worked all the way back up into 5th spot. The point leader is on the move in the 65. After a very slow race, he's going strong now.
And indeed, his son with a flat tire along the outside wall in turn 1. Rex King Jr. pulls to a stop, and Walt, Rex King Sr. seemed to be struggling in a way that was shocking throughout most of this event. And now, here at the finish, like a true veteran, showing his full hand of cards and climbing into the top 5. El Rouget Jr. Outside, Kevin Boland. 3rd spot, Chad Homan. 4th, Dave Murdoch. 5th, points leader Rex King Green is back out.
And Winkle around to the outside, nose ahead of King. But now King gets on the inside. He's going on the inside of Homan. 3 abreast coming off of the turn as the 2 leaders battle it up out ahead of them.
It's going to be a 4-car fight for 3rd. Roger continues to lead, and Boland off turn 4 like a rocket ship. He crossed 2 lanes and got an amazing run to the bottom.
Almost contact going into 1, but they got through there. And Roger is your leader down the back chute. About 4 car lengths ahead of Boland here, and this will be 3 laps to go. 27 down, 3 to go. And Homan still in that 3rd spot, followed by Murdoch and King and Winkle.
If Boland can replicate his lap 26 performance in turn 4, he can possibly gain back some of that lead. But right now, Del Rouget with several car lengths between himself and the New Brighton veteran. 2 laps to go, and Rouget increases his lead.
White flag coming out. Rouget has pulled away a little more, about 8-10 car lengths. Homan still in that 3rd spot. Murdoch in 4th, King 5th, Winkle 6th, Rex King Jr. in the 7th spot on the final lap. And it looks like Del Rouget Jr. has got this one in his hip pocket. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, for his very first win at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Del Rouget Jr., the Frenchville Flyer.
Spot 3rd to New York's Chad Homan. 4th, Dave Murdoch, and a late race charge by Rex King Sr. to place in 5th position. Del, congratulations to you. An excellent run. You know, when race car drivers get out in victory lane, they want to thank their crew, their sponsors. I think this race might have been won in your mind with restart strategy time and time again, lining up side by side with the Tour's all-time leading winner.
Yeah, it was help. I had him there for a good while, and then I bobbled down here trying to get through lap traffic, and I jumped the cushion real hard, and it left him by. And as many restarts as we were having, I apologize to the folks for that. This is just, you know, sometimes these guys get out of hand towards the end of the year, but all those restarts were actually coming into play for me. I was able to move some things around in the car and get it better and make it to the front.
We've talked all night, Walt Weimer and I have, about the different tracks you have to run on. I know that this track in particular, when you started your career on a little quarter mile up in the Clearfield area, this track was one where you really wanted to come to victory lane.
It is. I love big tracks. The big tracks, you feel the car, the suspension working so well under you. You really feel what your motor has under the hood, you know, what it's got pull and everything. And we were down in West Virginia for a race, so we were good down there, come back here, and I think we learned some at West Virginia we are being able to bring back here. I do thank my crew, like you were saying, but I have to thank my friend up in upstate New York there, Jerry Higbee. He usually runs a court. He's a champion there. He was off tonight. I wasn't real good in the heat race, made a phone call. I said, give me some ideas. We bounced some ideas around, put it to it, and it worked.
And how about a chance to thank by name all the sponsors and crew that made this car so fast here on the Monster Half Mile.
I have Vinyl Graphics Unlimited I have to thank. Kreiner Racing Engines. We're the only big block modified he builds for, and he does a wonderful job. K&M Performance Filters, Bilstein Shocks, just so many people there. FK Rod Ends that keep us in business, Bell Helmets to let things happen. My whole entire crew's standing over here. It's a scattered crew. We come from all over. They're from Western PA. I'm from Central, but they come on the weekends and we make things happen. They do a wonderful job. I couldn't ask for better people.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, making things happen on the Monster Half Mile, Del Rouget Jr. 21, Chad McClellan in 119, Lynn Geisler in 1C. B1, Brandon Waring, Jay Ford. John Garvin, green flag is out. The first late model feature of Pittsburgher weekend takes the green flag into turns 1 and 2. Former champion Brandon Burgoon opens up a huge lead on the field at the start. Battling for second, it's Bumpy Hedman, Steve Baker, and Dave Hess Jr. Three-car fight out of turn 4. Around the Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Baker maintains the second position as Hess threads his way between Hedman and Baker. And look at this, young Dave Hess Jr. nearly makes contact with Baker. Hess Jr. in 44. Yeah, makes his way around 2008 Pittsburgh winner Steve Baker for the runner-up position. Third spot belongs to Bumpy Hedman. He's being challenged by Red Miley in the H1. Miley at his home track where he's a two-time champion grabs the third position. Make that the fourth position as Burgoon is checked out with the lead over Hess and Baker. Burgoon with a full straightaway lead working lap 4 of 30. Hess Jr. all by himself in second, and they're already putting race cars a lap down. Baker with about 3 car lengths between himself and Jaron Miley in the H1. They move around Danny Mitchell's 18 car as Doug Crawford heads pinside. We got a car slowing on the backstretch. Caution flag is out, a slow-moving car in turns 3 and 4. Dylan Yoder in car 32, the reason for the caution. Pittsburgh, Miley at Pittsburgh. Then bump Hedman and Chad McClellan. Green flag is back out. Dave Hess Jr. started in 4th position. He takes the lead down the backstretch from Burgoon. Hess, an E-Mod feature winner here on the Monster Half Mile earlier this summer, officially grabs the lead. And we got a problem, Chad McClellan with a mechanical problem. Broken rear end for the Stoystown driver. An unfortunate mechanical failure, but McClellan and company have to be thankful that it was tonight and not tomorrow night, as he is the points leader for the UFO Race Championship Series. Now inside the top 6, last Saturday night's feature winner. Green flag is out. While Hess maintains his lead, Baker loses a position to Red Miley. Miley up to 3rd spot. Burgoon in 2nd, Hess the leader. And Bumpy Hedman now challenging Baker briefly on the backstretch. He's got Garvin nipping at his heels. Trouble in turns 3 and 4. The 76 of Jason Ryder is facing the wrong direction. 38 Jim Steffens also involved. Field tightens up. Miley still in the pits. Green flag, Hess with a tremendous hole shot. Gets the advantage of Burgoon again. Steve Baker and Bum Hedman side by side for 3rd position. Hedman, the Northern Tier ace, and Baker, the former track champion. Hedman grabs 3rd spot. Matt Lux now the man on the move. Lux moving to the inside to challenge Baker. Battle for the lead. Burgoon to the inside. Hess Jr. to the outside. Meanwhile, Baker reclaims the 3rd position from Hedman. Working lap 9 of 33. Hess Jr. using a very unusual line, low through 1 and drifting up in turn 2 each lap. Nevertheless, he maintains the lead, or does he? The slide job attempt by Burgoon in turn 4 is successful. Lead change on lap 11 and a caution flag. Debris on the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Debris on the racetrack. We had an official lead change just before the caution flag waved. We'll see if the lap counts. Brandon Burgoon, Dave Hess Jr. take the green flag, and Burgoon uses the inside lane for the restart when Hess chose outside last time, so their preferred lanes not in conflict. Now they're side by side down the backstretch. Garvin gains 2 positions on the restart as he passes both Baker and Hedman. Side by side are the leaders. Hess now takes the point position back on lap 12. 2 of the younger drivers in this field duking it out for 1st place. John Garvin could be gaining on them after passing 2 heavy hitters on that restart. Turn number 1, rolling to a stop. Boone Briggs brings out the caution in car 99. Green flag is back out. A slow pace restarting. Garvin was challenging Burgoon. No start that time. Lots of chaos as the green flag was about to come out, so we'll stack them up and try one more time. Jim Lepro in 6, Lynn Geisler in 1C. Green flag is out on lap 14. Keith Barbaro was pushing Steve Baker down the front straight. Baker holds his spot in front of Hedman, and now Barbaro loses a position. Bump Hedman to the inside of Steve Baker, and John Garvin grabs 2nd from Brandon Burgoon. Oh, we've got a car completely coming apart. The 697 of Johnson. Dave Johnson littering the front straight with debris And on lap 15, the caution flag will wave for a massive track cleanup. Lining up to the inside of row 2, 17 of Brandon Burgoon, early race leader, lines up to the outside, and Garvin makes contact with the race leader. The leaders make contact as the green flag waves. Garvin loses the second position to Brandon Burgoon on the backstretch. Brandon Burgoon closing in on race leader Dave Hess Jr. After Burgoon fell back to third, it could be another lead swap between Hess and Burgoon. Garvin in third, Baker in fourth. Hedman is fifth, but Lynn Geisler is fast closing. Burgoon nearly side by side with leader Hess in turn 4. Hess in the outside lane, Burgoon on the inside. They are both outrunning the J4 of Garvin. Lynn Geisler into the outside wall hard in turns 1 and 2. It's been a disastrous night for the former track champion. At the top, nearly inviting Baker and Garvin to make it 4 wide on this restart. Green is out and Garvin moves into second spot. Keith Barbara up into 4th position. A couple of moments ago, Hess and Burgoon had numerous car lengths over Garvin in third. Now Garvin took second on a restart and is hanging right with Hess. Garvin took a look to the inside. Hess holds his outside lane on lap 21 of 33. Burgoon in third. 3 cars have broken away from the rest of this pack with Barbara fourth, Baker fifth, Hedman sixth. Turn 2 each lap, Garvin seems to pull almost even with Hess. I believe the 18 of Mitchell stopped on the backstretch before entering the pit lane, forcing a caution flag with 10 laps to go. Garvin returns to the front row for the restart. Hess opens up his lead. They're 3 wide behind him. And look at Boone Briggs, who's battled back up through the field. Briggs, after a lengthy pit stop, did not go a lap down, takes the 4th position away from Keith Barbara. Briggs using the low lane, challenging Brandon Burgoon. Boone Briggs in car 99, the man on the move. A winner in the ULMS series, a winner in the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Briggs up to 4th after the pit stop and challenging the defending Pennsylvania Motor Speedway champion Brandon Burgoon for 3rd. Briggs with a tremendous bite on the inside. Blocks the outside lane and temporarily has possession of 3rd spot. Burgoon jumps the cushion and that seals up Briggs' advance to 3rd position officially on lap 26. Race leader Dave Hess Jr., John Garvin in 2nd, Boone Briggs in 3rd. Brandon Brandon Burgoon 4th, Steve Baker 5th, Keith Barbara 6th. In turn 4, leaders nearly side by side. 6 laps remaining. Hess Jr. on the outside and Garvin on the inside. Garvin, whose name before last week here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway would have never been thrown in the hat as a Pittsburgher contender. He marched to his first victory on the Monster Half Mile 6 nights ago. And now challenges Hess Jr. and takes the lead. Dave Hess Jr. with a problem in turns 1 and 2. Garvin, the new race leader, with 5 to go. Caution flag is out. Green flag is out, and leader Garvin could not come up to speed. The entire field blows by new race leader John Garvin. Brandon Burgoon comes back out on the speedway. Boom Briggs is the race leader after a pit stop. Keith Barbara in second. Steve Baker closing in on him from third position. New life for the Zero. The West Virginia Rim Rider claims second position back to the 17 of Barbara as Garvin limps to the pits on the back straight. Boom Briggs leads about a 4. 3 laps to go. Advantage for Boom Briggs, about 6 or 7 car lengths, maybe more. 2 laps to go on night 1 of the 22nd annual Pittsburgher. We have a car slowing on the front stretch. Boom Briggs has just broken the left front suspension and the caution flag comes out. Unbelievable action. The front suspension on the Boom Briggs 99 car has given up with 2 laps to go and a caution flag waving. Briggs can't even turn the car to the pits to retire himself. Dave Hess Jr., Bump Hedman in 4th. Green is out, 2 to go. We are going to have a 3-car fight to the checkered flag. Keith Barbara out in front for the first time tonight. The UFO championship contender, the former Pennsylvania Motor Speedway champion. White flag is waving. He puts distance between himself and Hess and Baker, who are fighting for second spot. Down the backstretch, a home track driver, a former champion of Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, getting the victory on night 1 of the Pittsburgher weekend. Keith Barbara takes the checkered flag over Dave Hess Jr., Steve Baker, Bump Hedman, and Jim Lepro. Podolinsky starting 3rd. Outside the 221 of Ian Tomai. 00, Adam Chaitil. OU2, Fast Eddie Weiser, and the 25 of Eric Goldberg take the green flag for a 5-lap heat race. Five laps the distance for this heat race. Leader Hutchko, the dominant feature winner and division champion, 11 times taking the checkered flag in 2010. Oh, and we got a problem in the middle of the backstretch. Contact made. The 221 of Ian Tomai makes contact. Adam Chaitil. 231, Ian Tomai. Green flag is out. Hutchko opens up a big lead. 3 wide in the battle for second. Weiser grabs the spot. Chaitil takes it before they reach the scoring line. Staggerwald loses 2 positions in a single lap. Chitil in the double O, after the penalty for jumping the start, returns to the runner-up position. White flag final time around for division champion Brian Hutchko. Chitil has closed the gap for certain. Can he make a move in the final quarter mile of this heat race? Look at Chitil in the double O, the Cecil Township driver to the inside of the dominant winner of the season. They're side by side in turn 4. Coming to the checkered flag by a fender, Brian Hutchko will win it over Adam Chitil. Fast Eddie Weiser. 56 of Joe Podolinsky on the 221 of Ian Tomot. Green flag is out. Division champion Danny White pulling away with the lead. 08 of Broniszewski being challenged for second by the 50T of Adam Carson. Adam, one of the youngest drivers in what is already predetermined to be young drivers. And the new leader. Division champion White falls back to second as Adam Carson takes over the point position. Broniszewski in third spot. A big lead now for Carson in the 50T car. White flag waving. The 13-year-old driver from Moon Township, Adam Carson, in the 50T, wrestled the lead away from the division champion and opens up a half a straightaway margin in this 5-lap heat race. Out of turn 4. Checkered flag waving on Pittsburgher weekend for young Adam Carson, who takes the win over Danny White in second spot and the 08 of Alec Broniszewski in third.